What's up, people? It's your boy, Chris the Analyst Ventura here with another edition of Bridgeside Sports Live.
Yes.
We got our crew from last week. Mike Boo joining us again.
Thank
He
you,
might
sir.
be a fixture with us, in the upcoming months and episodes. We got Big Win, the Godfather. We got Mr. Sports Science, Phil Kaggs. We got the full crew here again today. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We got a big episode today. We got some good hot news for you guys. So the Stanley Cup Finals, which is going on right now. Actually, I think Pittsburgh's winning 1-0.
Yep. Pittsburgh's winning 1-0.
1-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals right now. We got fantasy baseball focus today. We want to talk about, help you guys out with some stuff. We heard some requests around the MLB, Yankees, Mets as usual. And then we got the NBA Finals preview. Big NBA
Pumped
Finals
up.
preview. Everything we've been waiting for.
What we
This is
expected.
Exactly. What we've been waiting for. And then we got our question of the night, which I'm going to address right now for you guys. I want you guys to comment on Facebook, on GoBridgeside.com. The question of the night is, has there ever been an athlete to fall further than Tiger? Fall from grace further than Tiger, that is.
Oh, jeez.
There's a lot of people that have done that in
Big
the past.
news with Tiger today, though.
But big news with Tiger. You know what happened with the DUI and everything. We actually recently found out what happened.
He came out with a statement, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Came with still a little tease.
Yeah, but that's the question of the night. Let us know what you think, who you think the biggest fall from grace athlete has been. And we'll debate it and address it later in the show. But right now, we're going to start off. Well, actually, first, let me make a shout out. I didn't do this last week. I wore this jersey for my boys on the Graveside Grave Diggers.
Gravesend.
Tell us what
Gravesend.
Sorry, Gravesend Grave Diggers. I don't even know my own team's name. Check this jersey out. It's fire. Italia. Italia. Yeah,
It's Memorial Day.
we're like
You've been
3-6 or 3-7, not doing too great right now. But you know what? I'm gonna give a shout out to my boys because we're playing a lot better.
You had a walk-off Grand
You catch
Slam
it.
the other day, I heard.
That was with the Bandits.
Oh, that was with the Bandits. Oh, we got another
let's
shout out.
I'm on two teams.
Let's talk about what's going on here with this jersey, right? This jersey
Old school.
signifies mediocrity. 10 years of mediocrity. This is the team that these two guys to my left and right we played on for years.
And myself.
Yeah,
And Paul, and Paul.
and
Me and
Paul.
Jerome, don't forget.
I don't
He's been
forget
back and
about
forth.
you.
We forget about you.
Yeah, you played like half the years, but we'll count you in there. But
There's a healthy 5 or 6 years.
all right. It depends what your definition of healthy is, but yeah, you would definitely.
No, healthy is not the word to describe the Bandits by a long shot.
Hence
No.
why Bandits baseball
this
is no more.
This is signifying the end of an era.
Oh, they scored again?
An end of
2-0
mediocrity.
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
And we're trying to
Crosby
still
got that goal.
trying to hold
No, I'm
on to
sorry.
the Bandits squad, but
Yeah.
Next week, maybe we'll wear the actual current jerseys instead of throwback.
this is a throwback.
But we were
Yeah.
getting
Yeah,
killed.
We can tell by the collar.
We were getting killed. We had one win. We were losing a lot of games. We got mercy, and then the last game we had a doubleheader. Last game I hit a walk-off grand slam in the bottom of the seventh to take a win.
Best moment of your life.
Best moment of my life.
We
Softball.
We switched over to softball.
boys.
We made the switch. It's terrible.
Terrible.
Soon you'll be in a beer league.
No, I like
It might is a
There's
beer
a lot of
league.
action in softball.
A wheelchair
That's what I like.
league.
Come
For you
on,
in the
30 years
outfield,
old.
maybe.
30 years old. But anyway,
I'm not far
we'll
off.
move on. We got the Bandits. We got the Graves and Grave Diggers. We just wanted to shout that out. But now we're going to talk about Stanley
I
Cup
feel like I need a jersey
Finals.
next week now.
You should have played with us.
How come you never play for the Bandits?
I was never We'll get asked, him man. on. I We'll was get never him on. recruited.
all right.
We'll
Get
get him
on
on
the
there.
softball team, maybe.
But Stanley Cup Finals here. We got the game going on right now. Watching it. 2-0 Penguins. What do you guys think? I know I had Nashville for a while, but I don't know. I think I never really picked who I wanted for the finals to win. I don't think we ever really picked who we wanted to win the finals.
Well, who do you want and he thinks going to
Or
win?
who we think's going to win. That's what I meant.
Is it fair if I make a pick now when they're winning 2-0 already in the No, I first think game? it's fair because
it's fair. It's fair.
It's too early. So, first of all, the Game 7 between Pittsburgh and Ottawa was an unbelievable game.
Awesome game.
Great game. Ottawa,
Double
you know
overtime,
what?
right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ottawa was, I think, severely, I shouldn't say severely, but Pittsburgh was definitely the better team, I think, with just talent. I think they were a better team, but Ottawa, I mean, they came to play. 7 games, they took them to, double overtime. They could have very easily won the series, but they just kept coming back, fighting hard. I give them a lot of credit, but I think the better team ultimately won the series.
Is it fair to say that anytime Pittsburgh plays, they're going to be the better team?
These days, yeah. They got a lot of offense,
I mean, you got to give respect to Pittsburgh. I mean, they're trying to repeat which in the NHL where there's a ton of parity, it's extremely difficult to do.
Right.
So right off the bat, that's extremely. You got to start talking about. I don't want to say the word dynasty, because if they would win this year, it'd be 3 times, and I think what did they win?
09?
09?
That was Crosby's first one, right?
That was his first.
I remember
Yeah, they won. They won.
but
The
they
They lost
medals
the Red
the same
Wings,
year.
Yeah.
then
They
they
lost?
beat the Red Wings.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is their 4th Stanley Cup final in 10 years. They're going for their 3rd win. I mean, you need to start really recognizing this team.
I do, and I hear you, but in that case, you can talk about the Blackhawks then. Well, you should talk about the Blackhawks in the same sense because they've won 3.
They won 3 times.
They won
yeah.
3. They were kind of like a San Francisco Giant kind of thing: win, lose, win, lose, win, lose.
Yeah, Giants won
With that-
3 out of 6, and it was
And
every
that's
other
exactly
year.
That's what the
what the
Blackhawks did,
Blackhawks
right?
Yeah,
did.
right.
It might have been the same years.
No,
Blackhawks won 15, 13, and
And
10. That was the
10. Oh, they did.
I'm
Okay.
looking at it right
I
now.
thought it was closer now. That's my mistake. That's right. You had the Bruins and the Kings in there
Yeah.
too. And-
yeah.
The last team to repeat was the Red Wings in 97, 98. I just wanted to look that up because you're talking about
Well,
how
it's
tough
hard
it
to
is.
repeat.
If you
yeah.
go,
And then
if you-
Pittsburgh repeated it in 91, 92.
if you go back, it seems like the same teams, the same 3 or 4 teams over the last 10 years.
hockey?
Penguins, Blackhawks.
So you're
Kings.
saying
He's
there's not as
100%
much
right.
parity as we make it sound?
He's right. It goes, I got it
We
up.
talk
still
about the
parity.
NBA being star driven.
He's right.
I mean, you can argue the NHL is pretty star driven too.
It says, this is an order from 09. Penguins, Blackhawks, Bruins, Kings, Blackhawks, Penguins.
There you go. I mean, minus the Bruins,
Yeah.
and that was the year Tim Thomas had a ridiculous playoffs, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he was Conn Smythe.
Right. So
All right.
I mean,
well, look at the runner-ups in those years, though, from the last 10 years, right? You got the Sharks, Lightning, Rangers, Bruins, Devils, Canucks, Flyers, Red Wings. It's a different team every year, okay?
I agree.
So although the cream definitely rises to the top,
the other
if you're-
team is
right.
There's
you
always
don't know who's
chances.
going to end up in the
You've
final.
never had-
Now we have Nashville. All right, it's their
Right,
first time
yeah,
in
right.
there. So
They're another random
there is
team that you might
parity,
look back on.
even though there are these certain teams that seem to be winning it every couple of years or so. There are different teams in the final every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you look, you're right. Every team that lost in the past,
Yeah.
I mean,
The
more
Kings,
than
the
10
Kings
years.
beat,
Yeah, it
the
actually
Kings
looks
beat
like-
the Devils and the Rangers. Took out the tri-state area.
Yeah,
Wow.
that Ranger series was still one that kind of hurts because
You're right. Look,
Yeah, but that Kings
The
team was
matchup is different.
lightning on the ice.
they were good, but the Rangers didn't play great.
the
Girardi had a
matchup is
horrible series.
different every time, which is good.
Yeah, no, it is different. It's not like basketball, which we'll get into, which I don't want to talk too much about.
Yeah, we'll get
what
into
we're gonna
it,
talk
yeah.
about.
But
No,
you got to start giving Crosby, Malkin their due.
Absolutely.
They-
You know what?
He
And
might win
come
a second
on,
straight.
couple-
I think they're
Crosby.
getting their due. Are they not getting their due? I don't know.
They just scored again. It's 3-0.
3-0. This could be a blowout series, even with Nashville's high-powered
You know
offense.
what?
I don't know if they're ready to win a ship.
I wouldn't say it's a blowout.
No, well, their goalie is going to be the one that keeps them in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
Pekka.
I
it's
think this
not
game is
looking
out
like
of
it
hand
right
real
now,
quick.
but
This game got out of hand real quick.
I think
but,
that's really big for Crosby to win 2 straight
Why do you say that?
cups.
in terms of
For
what?
for his his aura as a player and stuff, because you know what, early in his career he didn't win, and he didn't really do much, and now lately
well, that
he's
was
winning
very
Stanley Cups.
early. He
I
was
know.
a young
How old
kid,
is he
don't
now,
forget.
Well, he came
How
in
old
as
is he
a
now?
kid.
30?
Yeah,
though? Right,
he's
that's what I'm
still-
saying.
Yeah, he won young, I thought.
What do you mean? Oh,
In
well, yeah, he
09.
won in 2009, right. But then he didn't win for a while. Now he won last year. Now he might win again this year. Now you got to, that's good.
three's
That's
a
what we
lot,
want to
yeah.
see from a star player.
I-
You talk about a top star player,
I agree with
Absolutely.
you. There.
And you know
I
what?
agree
A
with you.
couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, we spoke about who'd you rather have,
Crosby,
Ovechkin or
Ovechkin, yeah.
Crosby. I went Ovechkin, and when you listen to that, I mean, I'm wrong. I mean, I'm wrong.
No, but I
I'm
understand.
sorry. I take it back.
understand it.
I love Ovechkin's
Crosby's
game.
the better player.
I love Ovechkin's
But
game
Ovechkin's
because
the
he's just that tough,
aggressive,
gritty guy,
yeah.
like
I
a
agree
guy
with
you'd
you.
love to
But
play with.
Why it
But
surprised me so
I'm
much
wrong.
from
You'd
Win.
rather have
Why it
Crosby.
starts Win, and this goes a little bit to the Jeter debate we had. Win is big on the winners, and I completely agree with him.
Yeah.
And I was very surprised to hear you say, well, Ovechkin, his game is better. But when you look at it, Crosby just puts his team in the better position
Yeah,
to win. He's a winner.
I wouldn't even say Ovechkin's game is better. I enjoy watching
Yeah.
Ovechkin more. I like that aggressive, like put your head down, just barrel into somebody kind of guy.
I like
and they're
that
both
too.
ridiculously skilled.
I like those type of players.
Ovechkin
So
is
do
a
I.
laser
Crosby
shot.
is the most skilled
Talent,
player
yeah,
that
exactly.
I've
Yes.
seen since Gretzky.
Yes,
I mean,
Crosby's a ridiculous stick-hander. He's smart. He's always in the right spot. I mean, you can't argue with that. And I said I'd rather have Ovechkin, but I mean, I'm wrong. I mean, let's be honest. This guy, he's going
Crosby's
he might win another one.
Well, you know
and
what?
Ovechkin can't get to the finals.
One thing they said about
It's
Crosby,
insane.
Crosby
It's
gets a
insane.
bad rap because, I don't know, they say he's a crybaby. They say he's soft. But if you look at, he stayed healthy now 4 years in a row.
And now he's going to win his third championship.
1, 2, 3, 4 years in a row.
Possibly.
4 years in, thank you, Wayne. 4 years in a row, he's played 75 games. Okay? So he's staying on the ice, and good things happen when he's on the ice. You know, he makes a difference on the ice. So to me, he's the best player in the NHL.
He makes everybody around them better.
Yeah,
And I think
honestly don't
that
think there's a
people need to
question.
stop hating on him.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't think there's a question.
No, yeah, you can't hate on him now. I mean, it's like the thing with LeBron. You know, I mean,
With that
now
being
it's-
said, who do you have?
Now you can't
Who do you have in the finals?
Okay.
What's up?
You want
Chris,
me to
I'll
start?
throw it to you, Chris. Who do you
All
got?
right. I mean, I'm going to say Pittsburgh. I want to say I'm rooting for Nashville.
How
but
many games?
6.
Pittsburgh in 6. Okay.
Actually, I'll cut in. I was just going to say that's exactly what I was going to say. Pittsburgh in 6. I'll give Predators. They'll steal one at home.
Yeah.
Things like
Might
that.
steal, one on the
I'll
road,
go.
too.
Well, they won't steal it at home. They'll win it at home.
They'll win it at home.
Yeah. No. I'll go Pittsburgh in 6.
I'm going to go Nashville in 7.
Wow.
Wow,
I like that.
I was going to say the same thing.
all right.
I was going to say the same
We got
thing.
2 and 2. Here we go.
I
Wait,
think-
now you're going Nashville?
I
I thought
mean,
you just went Pittsburgh.
Going into
No.
what
You
we were
just
talking about
switched.
last week,
Didn't you just say, is it unfair if I do Pittsburgh because they're winning 2-0?
Yeah, I know.
he doesn't know what he
yeah,
wants.
so-
But when we talked about last week about, I think the games in Nashville are going to be a lot of fun to watch. I think
Awesome.
they have, their goalie is the best goalie in the series. I think he's going to win them a couple games on their own. And I think it's going to be a really good series to watch. PK Subban, I think, is, he's going to score some big goals in this series. And I think Nashville takes it.
You think Nashville's a better team?
I think that they're just as good. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I actually think Pittsburgh is probably the better team, but I know Rene's having a bad game.
That doesn't mean.
But
That's all right.
I
You saw
think
it. You saw it in the last series. Ottawa got smacked 7-0. They
yeah,
came back
it
and
happens.
they
It
played
happens.
it to
I mean,
game 7.
they're going to lose this game, and just I think they're going to win at least 2 at home, maybe even 3, because that place goes berserk.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 7.
I'd like.
I'm gonna go
I
7.
think it'll be nice. We talking about a little bit if Nashville wins to kind of keep that parity going in the NHL. But all right, we got 2 going Pittsburgh in 7. We got 2 going Nashville.
We got Pittsburgh
I'm sorry,
in 6.
Pittsburgh in 6. You're right.
Yeah.
We got 2 going Nashville in 7. We'll revisit next week. See what the update on this series is.
Yeah, we'll see where it's at.
There we go.
That's NHL playoffs for you guys. Oh, I wanted to say one thing. I want to give a shout out. It's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to the veterans. Stephen James, who's been on the show, is a vet.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So
Thank
I
you
want to
for
give a
your-
shout out to him.
Thank you for your
Yeah.
service to
Yeah, to
Everybody
out there.
watching, thank you. for your
Everyone out
service.
there
Yeah.
who has been a veteran or any
Obviously.
military service.
Wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't
Absolutely.
those people. so
Absolutely,
thank you.
guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Happy Memorial Day. And then we're going to move on. Fantasy. Baseball.
Let's do it.
That's what's up right now. I mean, we got
do it.
no other
Yes,
fantasy.
sir.
Even though football's coming up. I already started a mock draft.
Football sneaks
Which
up
is
on you.
ridiculous, by the way. They're
Football
doing a
sneaks
mock
up on you.
draft.
I'm
Come
on
on.
rotoexperts.com. I
Dude,
got to do a mock
in
draft.
May.
Still May.
I know.
Still
It
May.
is
Football
crazy.
sneaks
Come
up
on.
on you. Come
Football
on.
sneaks right up on you.
I think I'm going to throw this out there to our producer. I think we should maybe live stream our football draft. Have a Bridgeside football
Yeah.
draft.
At least the first few rounds.
Yeah, I know. But I
But
think
baseball's more boring.
Yeah, football.
I'm sorry. I love
Maybe
baseball,
in the
but
first few
What about
rounds.
live streaming an auction?
Now, we're not doing any auction, Phil. This is
He's
America.
Oh, you're the
Yeah, this is
commissioner.
America.
He's the
This is
commissioner.
America.
No. We leave it to vote. I'll
He's the
just say
commish.
we'll bring it up. I'll
This is
bring it
what's
out there
like.
to everybody.
Allora. So here we go. What we're gonna do? What are we gonna do next? A little fancy focus. I want to do a couple of guys. I did it last week. Little
Yeah, I
pickups.
think it worked out
Last
well.
year,
Yeah.
I said Herman Marquez, who's actually been pitching pretty good. I said Ian Happ, Bradley Zimmer. The young guys. A recent young guy came up which kind of interests me a little bit. This guy, Denelson Lament, on San Diego. He's got like a French name. He pitched one game already. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 8 Ks, 1 run. Young guy, kind of a highly touted prospect, electric rookie, they call him actually. Throws gas, 24 years old. This is a guy I'm thinking about. I mean, it's early yet. He pitched 1 game, but I'd say, guys, look into him. He could be a really good pitcher for you guys, especially considering how bad pitching has been in fantasy circles, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Talked
it's
a little
really
bit about
not.
the injuries.
We talked about the injuries. Yeah, I don't want to bring that up again. But
No, but yeah, that's why.
but pitching is very, it's pitching, especially our league too. I feel like a lot of leagues like that because pitching is hard to get. It's hard to get this day and age. I mean, closers are losing their jobs left and right. A lot of pitchers are getting shelled. I mean, I don't see a lot of people that you could get. So if you want to get a young guy that could K guys, especially if a K counts in your league,
Well, I mean,
Sure.
is it silly to say that if Jose Barrios is available in any leagues,
He's
he should
not.
be
oh my God,
available?
he should be
I
gone.
mean, I'm
Jose Barrios.
just
yeah. No, bring it up.
Yeah, I mean, he's
it
a
up.
guy who's had a good pedigree in the minor leagues. I
was
know
a
Mike got
high
outbid on him
prospect.
in our league.
He was a high prospect.
Eric.
But he's a guy I definitely think should be picked up. And I know this might sound a little crazy, but actually it's not crazy. This is more for daily fantasy circles. When the Yankees play Hicks, he's somebody that you really need to consider putting in your lineup.
Yeah, if you're in one of those daily leagues.
If you're in a daily league,
But
or
do
if
you
you're,
really
or
think
if
it's
you're
gonna
doing
last?
a FanDuel or a DraftKings, whether or not it's lasting, he's having a very good year. He's having a very good year. He doesn't play every day, so his total numbers might be skewed, his total number of points. But if you're in a daily fantasy or in a DraftKings, FanDuel, he's somebody that when in the lineup, he's definitely
And
worth
that's
considering.
that's a
And he's
lineup by
usually
lineup thing. Yeah.
He's usually got a decent price tag. So
They're
definitely
also, though,
somebody to
they're hitting
consider.
him all over the place. I know early in the season they were hitting him up. Where did he hit today in the lineup? Do you know?
I don't off the top of my head, no.
I think he might have hit down the lineup. I don't know if he can keep it going, but this is kind of coming out of nowhere. But his OBP is like 4. He hit 7th today. If he's hitting at the top of that lineup, that's a lineup that can do some things. If he's sitting down there after my boy Chase Headley,
In front of Chase Headley.
yeah,
So Chase Headley's protecting him.
yeah. Well, so
His OBP is close to 1,000.
it's not something that I see lasting forever. But he's
Yeah.
been a really nice surprise.
Good for DFS. You're right.
He's
Yeah.
a good daily guy, yeah.
And he was. It's not that he. I understand he's come out of nowhere a
Barriers
little
zone in
bit.
76% of leagues, ESPN leagues. So he's available about 20-25% of
So
leagues.
those 25.
Those are leagues
Those
that
are shallow
paying
leagues.
right.
Those are
Very
shallow
shallow.
leagues.
You
Or
have to
shallow.
pick him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry,
that's
go
a
ahead.
guy-
No, but Hicks, he was, he was a hot. I don't know if he's a highly touted prospect, but he was supposed
has
to
the
be
tools.
good. Yeah, he has the tools. He's supposed to be good when he came
Defensively.
up. And I remember him for all around.
Hicks was batting 7th tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got that.
Just all right.
Come on, we got that.
sorry, I didn't
Headley's
hear that.
protecting him.
Sometimes I lose my sense of concentration. You know what I mean? I get lost. But
That's a great thing coming from
But
our
I'll give
host.
you a guy, and this is going to lead into something we're going to talk about later. A guy who's been hitting really well, Cameron Maben.
yeah.
And now
I
we're
picked
going to
him
talk
up in
about
the
the
league.
Trout injury a little bit later. He's a guy that's been stealing a ton of bases. He actually had a really good year last year. I mean,
When he came back from injury.
if you're looking for an outfielder, I think he's going to be hitting at the top of that lineup now with Trout out. I think he's a guy that if he's available, you should take a shot on him because he's been really hot the last week or two.
Yeah, I mean, he's the second in the last 7 games. He's the second hottest player to Lucas Duda, actually, who came back from injury.
He's the streakiest piece of trash.
I know,
I've
but he
ever
hit
seen.
3 homers in like the last
If you-
5 games.
if
He
you're
will.
looking-
He'll hit like 7 homers in a week or something.
If
I
you're
know.
looking for a first baseman, and this is the guy I drafted.
drafted
who
him,
I
that's right.
dropped,
Tommy Joseph.
Tommy Joseph, yeah.
I know you drafted him.
If
yeah.
you look at his numbers over the last 30 days, he's hitting .306 with 7 homers and 17 ribbies.
Wow.
He started off.
He's
ice
got that
cold.
power, yeah.
He's got another big.
But you think he's going to be one of those another one of those streaky guys, though? I feel like you know what I mean.
I feel like a lot of power hitters are streaky.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I
Hunter
think that's just
Renfroe.
from. I think that's you always drop his name.
He's a rookie, and he's
But
a
why do you
major
drop his
power
name
hitter.
so much?
Well, if you're going to talk about
Every
power
time
hitters-
Powell gets brought up, you bring up Hunter Renfroe.
You know, we talk about Powell. Let me ask you about a guy. What do you think? I know he's a free agent in our league. He's a free agent in a bunch of leagues. I want to know what you guys think about him. Joey Gallo.
Yeah, he's a
I
free
feel
agent.
like he's
but he
a free-
bats like 180.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's why I wanted to ask you how you feel about him. In points league, is he worth the pickup? Because in rotisserie he's probably not because of all his.
Unless you need power.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is he going to keep playing? Beltry he's still not back yet, but Beltry's is Gallo. Is he ever going to? He was a highly touted prospect. You think he's ever going to put together to stay in the lineup?
Gallo.
Yeah.
If he hits 200, no.
He's the new MLB player. This just all or nothing
bad.
kind of guy. You see Chris
So
Davis.
many.
Chris Davis. I mean,
Hunter
if you-
Renfroe.
Which Chris Davis? KH or CH?
CH on Baltimore. Like, yeah,
he's
if you
better
could, if
than
you
that.
could hit 40 homers, yeah,
Yeah.
but how many does Gallo have right
Gallo's
now?
got like 14, 15.
14, 15
You know,
homers.
It's the new MLB. It
Would you
started
want
with
that,
like
though?
Adam Dunn and stuff like that.
But
you
Adam
know?
Dunn, I think, has 500 homers in his career.
Also walked 100
doesn't have
times
500
almost.
homers.
I think he's got.
No, he doesn't have
500.
500.
He
He does not have 500.
I don't
He might have 400. He might have
He's got a
400.
ton of homers.
But it started. They always say
I want a
it's-
number right
they
now. I got
always
his
say-
number. What do you guys think?
I'm going to say 385.
If it's 500, I'll walk off the stage. Right
Okay,
now.
well, what
I'm
do you
going to say
think?
460.
I'm going to say he's got like 375.
462.
What?
Bang!
Wow.
Dude, he hit 40 homers
Wow.
like 5, 6, 7 times.
He's, 4 or 5 years in a row. I
Still
think
not
he did.
How many
500,
how many times you got to step?
I'm gonna say-
see how many times Adam done it 40
40 on the
homers.
dot, 4 years in a row. I think he did it.
I think that's a fact. Actually,
I think that's a
I
fact.
remember
40
something.
on the
Yeah, that's
dot,
like
4
one of the
years in a
biggest-
row.
It's one of those
That's
weird
unbelievable.
things.
Weirdest
That's
things ever.
unbelievable if that's it.
Yeah, that's true. Go look. I think it's 4 or 5
Adam
years.
He's
done
100% right, Chris. 40. He went 46, 40, 40, 40, 40. 40. 5 straight years.
5
He's
straight
right. 40. Then he went 38, 38, 11, 41,
That's
34,
consistency
22.
as a power hitter.
That's the definition.
unbelievable.
That's the definition
Yeah.
of consistency. 5 straight
Absolutely.
years.
I can't
40
believe
home
you
runs.
almost
But
hit
the problem
500
is these guys
homers.
today is a little different.
Is Adam Dunn a Hall of Famer?
No,
Absolutely not.
no, absolutely
Hold on, we'll
not.
go quick.
How many
Absolutely
players
not.
that have hit over 450 home runs are not in the Hall of Fame?
A lot.
Fred McGriff's one of them. Right?
We'll go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it has.
Lot? What's a lot?
Fred McGr- We'll go quick.
How many players have hit 450 home
We
runs?
gotta look it up. We gotta look it
I
up.
would say
Can we
a
get a
lot.
stat boy in there and find
Quick,
that out?
quick
Yeah, we
batting
need to find
average.
that out.
I'm on it.
Batting average for Adam Dunn career
240.
247.
260.
237. That's why he's not a Hall of Famer.
237.
Hit 237.
237.
Yeah, but-
that would be the lowest average for
wait
a
a
Hall of
second.
Famer. It has to be.
But here's my thing. We're in an age now. Batting average doesn't matter. What was his on base percentage?
364.
That's what matters.
That's
364.
ridiculous.
That's what matters.
What is Ichiro's OBP in his career? I know this is a stupid, but like I want to know like how
Probably
close
about
it is.
380.
So
Because of the hits.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
he didn't walk much.
So,
No, because you didn't have
I
power.
bet you was at 380 on base percentage. Guy.
but you know, it started with like the Oakland A's when like was it Billy Bean
Yeah,
and like he
Moneyball.
wanted Moneyball.
On base
You get
and
these
power.
guys that walk.
355 each year.
That's easy.
That's his-
He's at a higher on
so he
base
has a
percentage
higher
than
on
Ichiro?
base
Of
percentage
course.
than Ichiro.
The
What do you
walks.
mean, of course?
The walks.
So-
dude, the walks.
His OPS is 100
Killer.
points higher.
I mean, it kind of goes under the radar, but
Well, that's power.
these guys
I know.
that
I'm just saying.
you know, that's what you should be looking at is OBP.
Right, but I'm saying you're saying that there's a lot of guys that strike out and also don't walk, and
Yeah,
that's what
but
you don't want.
I know
you
what
want a
you
guy
mean.
that
Yeah.
walks in fantasy too.
But
Chris
Ichiro-
Carter
But
doesn't
Chris
walk
Car-
much.
No, Chris Carter has like I think he's.
Chris
We'll go.
Carter.
We
he
could
don't
go
walk.
right into Yankees and Mets right here because Chris Carter, you know, he strikes out 38% of the time. His play differences.
No, but I think Joey Gallo's around there too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know how much Joey Gallo walks, though. I'm going to be honest with you, but
Come on with Ichiro.
I'm going to say he walks a little bit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
But
7,
if
8,
you're
9,
doing
10.
enough, if you're
Ichiro started his career with 10 200 hit seasons.
It's amazing. His rookie year, I think,
Sorry.
is the best rookie year of all time. By the way, I think it is.
Yeah, I mean,
He batted like 350.
Well, no.
He batted
Wait a
350,
minute, wait a minute.
242
Listen
hits,
to what he did.
56 stolen bases.
There's a rookie year.
I'm forgetting somebody. Somebody had an older player. Had a
Mark
ridiculous.
McGuire.
Alex
Lynn.
Rodriguez.
Fred Lynn.
But wait a second.
Fred Lynn won the MVP.
Can we
as a
think for a
rookie.
minute that Adam Dunn in his career got on base more often than Ichiro? Can you just think about that for a second?
It makes sense.
Well, when you have
How- but-
467 homers or whatever it was,
Yeah. So if you couple that, so then
how many walks does he have? He's got to have a ton of walks.
13, 17.
it's not like
Oh,
Ichiro's
ridiculous.
hitting mostly doubles and triples. He's mostly hitting singles anyway.
Right.
So who would you rather have, Ichiro or Adam Dunn?
Well, that's the thing, though.
Well, what I'm
No,
saying
who
is
that
that-
can't be said.
It's
That
not-
can't be
who would
said.
you rather
That can't be
have?
said.
I'm saying it's not as crazy as it sounds.
Wait. If you let's put it this way: if you could have a lineup of 9 Ichiros or 9 Adam Dunns, who would you rather have? I would rather have 9 Ichiros because
So would
you're
I.
most likely
That's
going
a
to
good
get hit.
question. That's a good
What do you
question.
mean? Adam
Wait a
Dunn's more
second.
likely to get
Adam's
on
more likely
base.
to get on base.
Oh, slightly. I mean,
And he's
30
got
points
100
more.
he's gonna hit.
100 times more.
What's
likely to get a
Ichiro's
home
batting
run.
average to Adam Dunn's? And
It
the
doesn't
K rate.
matter.
And
It's
the K
about
rate.
100 points higher.
But the they always
Paul,
they always
Paul,
say,
we need the comments up here
Yeah.
because we don't have the comments and
And this-
I got
somebody in
comments
here.
in front
but
of
they
me.
always
That's
say,
how
right?
things move.
They say, well, if you're striking out, you're not doing any good in the game because nobody's moving over. I mean, how many times is Ichiro hitting a ball and is the guy's tagging up and going to second, or he's hitting a weak? It doesn't make as big of a difference as you think. And if you're hitting those extra home runs, those are the hits you are getting.
Right.
That's pretty valuable.
Well, here's the thing. If you're playing, it depends on the league you're playing also. Let's not forget, we play in a certain league. Then there's people that play in rotisserie, people playing. So if you're playing in a points league like us, you could have a guy like Adam Dunn, but Adam Dunn could go on a streak of 3 weeks where he does nothing except walk. You know what I mean? Whereas Ichiro's most
yeah,
likely
they're
going
prone
to
to bigger slumps, no doubt.
Right, they're prone to bigger slumps. So if you get into a slump, they can hurt you bad for a couple weeks. You know what I mean? I mean that's not always a good thing to have. Ichiro will consistently get you points. That's what you can count on with a guy like Ichiro. You know what I mean? That's the difference. In Major League Baseball, it's a little different from fantasy.
Sure.
I mean, you'd love to have a guy like Dunn who can hit 40 homers a year. Of course. You know, and he's going to walk 100 times, 90 times, 80 times, whatever he walks. But, you know, It's also completely different players.
But I'm half talking fantasy, and I'm half talking Major League Baseball too. Here.
Yeah, I'm talking.
I know, we're all
thinking
thinking
Major
football,
League. Yeah,
but
you're
I'm
blowing my
almost
mind.
going-
Why don't
I'm
you just go right
almost
to around
moving-
the MLB because we're talking
Well,
about Major League Baseball.
I did want to bring up some other undervalued,
sorry.
overvalued
Go,
players
go,
that
go.
you guys, you guys too. I want you guys to bring up some.
All right,
quickly.
drop a name. I'm gonna say overvalued, undervalued. Drop a name.
Brett Gardner.
Undervalued.
Undervalued. See,
Right
I
now.
think that he's
Right
hot right
now?
now. He's in the free agent pool in our league. for
Right
sure.
now, he has to be undervalued. He's got, what is that, 11, 12 homers?
I know, but what is that?
The
I'm
only
just
thing
saying,
that's
I'm not
killing him is now. Well, now Ellsbury's on the DL, so he's playing every day pretty much. But he was taking turns with Ellsbury sitting against lefties, so he wasn't playing every day. That was hurting him.
Hicks.
But that's the other thing. In fantasy, you can't have a guy, especially if you're in a weekly league, a guy that's going to sit on the bench a couple of days. I have Schwarber, who now is
Now he's
gonna-
only batting
now
right.
he's going to
Yeah,
be
I know.
sitting against lefties.
Lefties.
That kills you. You can't start a guy,
weekly league,
and
yes.
then he's going to sit out 2 or 3 weeks. I actually looked, and he's playing all righties this week, so I started him. Like you have to
Smart.
look at stuff like
Smart.
that.
Yeah.
And he
You know.
kills your bench spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you should hold a guy like that.
Cool,
Like
yeah.
I have Javier Baez. I had him all year. I
I'm
don't
not
start
telling
him
you
1
to
week
drop him.
Yeah.
Why would you keep him all year, though?
Javier Baez.
because of his potential,
His
bro.
potential. You haven't played
Baez,
him
I'm
all
on cut
year.
loose.
I played him
I'm on
1
cut
week.
loose.
But he only plays 4 times a week.
Yeah, he plays.
that.
He
So
misses
even if,
a game
even
every
if
3
he
games.
hits,
Yeah.
even if he scores 4 a game, which
Some
is
games he puts
excellent.
up like 11, 12, and I'm talking about.
I'm not arguing
realize
that fact. He has
Plus,
an
he's
immense
also
power potential.
he's also a multi positional
guy,
guy.
He can
yeah.
play every
So that's a
infield
guy I
position.
like on my bench. You know what I mean? I don't
Javier
know.
Baez. Let's see.
He's averaging 3.2. Javier Baez.
Which isn't bad
No,
for a
it's
guy
not,
that's
no,
not
it's
playing
not.
every day.
Yeah, but that's the
he's
problem.
averaging
couple it with
he's averaging
that.
I'm sorry, he's
2.9.
averaging 2.9. I make my
2.9. Not great.
That's not good.
That's
not
droppable.
playing all
I'm
the
not
time.
gonna
Listen,
drop him, though.
Listen, do
I'm
me
not
a
gonna
favor.
drop him.
Drop him. You need to
Why?
drop him because he's averaging 2.9.
But there's also
No,
been,
don't
there's
listen
been
to
guys,
him. He wants to
but
pick
wait,
him up. He's
what
a
about
snake in the
Conforto?
grass, Chris.
Don't ever
Phil
listen to
Kaggs,
Win on
Chris.
any advice on fantasy.
Paul, we need the comments here. The
Snake in the
screen's
grass.
He won a
backwards.
championship.
Yeah, Spider,
We
get
should
in here,
move
change
on.
your screen.
Well, no, we got.
Hello.
We do need to move on. We do need to move on.
Come
All
on
right,
in.
we'll move on to around the MLB.
subject.
Yeah, no, I got
Drinking
you. I
of the
got you.
Corona.
Well,
We
no,
need-
we
we
can
need
lead right
somebody
into
in
that.
here,
We
Paul.
could segue
We did
right
go-
into
we
that.
did go right into
You
around the
took
NBA.
Conforto. Conforto wasn't playing every day. Dropped him. Now look at
Dropped it.
Conforto.
I know.
These things happen to players, and in the MLB that happens a lot.
True. Thanks for
Guys
calling out
get
my
hurt.
bad drop, man.
No, I'm not saying
I'm
that.
kidding. I'm kidding. No,
you know,
it was a
you
bad
had
drop.
no choice.
It was a bad. No, it was a bad drop.
And Conforto's not on the level of Javier Baez.
But now, right now, Conforto is.
Now he is. But that's what I'm saying. So you got players in the MLB that get benched. You know, I mean, they're not playing every day, but they have talent. So you want to, see what's going to happen with those guys. In
hear
fantasy,
ya.
particularly, but in the MLB, it's a little different. You know, I mean, there's certain guys like Ian Happ who just came up and he's playing all the time.
Yeah.
He's playing all the time. You know,
Moving on. Yankees
Yeah.
and Mets.
No, it's around the.
Oh,
we
around
had
the
big
MLB.
news. We had
Oh,
big news
excuse me,
around
you're
the
right.
MLB.
Excuse me.
Bryce Harper.
Bryce and Mike Trout.
Listen
the
to
two,
me. He was watching the
The
show last
two
week.
most talented players in the major leagues had big news today. We'll start with Bryce Harper. He was watching
right.
the show
He
last
was watching
week.
the
just
show this
happened.
week. I said, if you're gonna fight somebody, not that I'm condoning violence,
Oh, stop.
but if you're gonna do it
Yeah.
and you're gonna
Do it.
fight, if you're gonna charge the mound, charge it the right way. And he did today. I don't know.
Well, he threw his helmet.
I don't
Is
agree with
throwing your
I don't
helmet at
agree
somebody
with.
doing
I don't
it
agree with
He
throwing
threw
the
the
helmet.
helmet. The helmet went to right field.
Nah, but he
Came
threw it
nowhere.
out. But he
It
threw
was
it
a
out.
horrible throw.
I don't
then.
agree with throwing the helmet, but at least he went after. He took a few swings. Whatever. I don't condone it, but it happened. On the other hand, where is Buster Posey?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
So wait, let me tell you, let me ask you, because
Where
you're a
is
catcher. Hold on,
Posey?
you're a catcher your whole life, right?
Yeah.
So what is your responsibility in a moment like that?
Protect
What are
your
you-
pitcher.
What are you supposed to do?
A, try to hold him back. B, if you can't get him, run out behind him.
So what did
Posey
he do exactly?
stood behind the plate.
The
He
umpire
didn't-
got there
The
before
umpire
him.
was there, and Posey was like this. Oh, I don't want to do anything.
He didn't move.
He
for a
waited. It was
while.
almost like, I don't like this pitcher. Let Harper punch him in the face. That's the only thing that makes sense in
Guess
my
what? But
mind.
Harper, I mean, I didn't see the full clip yet, but I heard that Harper got hit.
Harper got
Worse
hit, but he
than
also
Strickland.
Harper got hit, but he got hit falling away, and Harper hit him over the top like a right hook. He got him pretty good.
Yeah.
And then Samaja came out of nowhere.
Samaja, that's
Spin,
terrible.
guy.
Gore.
Remember he beat somebody up bad one time when he was
Samaja?
pitching? Yeah. Somebody charged him out
He's
on
an
him, and he
ex-football
beat
player.
the
That's
crap.
right.
He's like
was
a
a wide
black belt in
receiver.
karate,
And he
too.
was a wide receiver for Notre Dame. Well,
Yeah.
Samaja is
Oh, he was
monster.
awesome. Brady
all
Quinn.
around.
He's strong as hell.
So what was the circumstances leading up to that? Because it was a close game, so it wasn't like he hit him in a blowout. Here.
I believe, I could be wrong, I believe he's hit him before. Like he owns that pitcher.
He
Who was
owns
it,
him.
Strickland? Strickland. I think. I could be wrong. I don't know I doubt we can get those stats right now, but I think he owns him pretty well.
I mean, let me just speak though. As a pitcher, if somebody owns me, right? And there's been many, 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 many hitters that have owned me, right? The last thing I'm going to do is drill him. I think that's like, to me, it's like that is like saying, making a spectacle of him
you're
and being better
exactly.
than me.
You're better
like, I'm
than
going to
me.
hit you because
I cannot get you out.
I can't get you out.
I cannot get you out.
Right? So I'm going to make sure I don't hit that guy. I'm going to try everything. I'm going to try harder to strike that guy out. And to me, hitting him is kind of a weak move. If somebody owns you and that's the reason you're going to hit him, that's a weak reason to hit somebody.
I think Roger Clemens would disagree with you, though.
Why would you say that?
Then he knocked Piazza in the head when Piazza owned him.
Piazza did own him.
And then he threw a bat at him.
But he was a nutcase. Yeah, why do you remember he threw that bat at him? That was one of the weirdest things I've
Without
ever
a doubt
seen.
the weirdest.
He threw the splintered
And then
bat
he
at
said,
him.
I thought it was
There
the
you
ball.
go.
Yeah, he thought it was the ball.
Andrew Gladwin commenting. Harper had 2 dingers off him last year in the postseason.
Oh, there you
Bizzle.
There you go. There you go.
All right, but you know what? To me, that's a wussy move, man. You're gonna hit the guy
I
that
agree.
he owns you, so you hit him.
Yeah, I know. That's.
I agree with you, but would the old school say? What would they say?
Take
The old school would.
Did he hold on? Did he dog it? Did he dog it?
I was going to say, that's the question.
Did he dog it?
That's
When
the
Harper
question.
hit those homers, was he dogging around the bases?
You know what? That's
If he-
quite-
Probably, 'cause
that's
I could see Harper.
possible.
If he
That's
was
old
dogging around the
school.
bases, then
That's
drill him
different.
in the back.
That's
Not that I
the old
condone
school.
that.
If he hit the
All right,
home
I
run,
agree with you.
and if he hit the home run, he jogged around the bases, and he hit 5 home runs off him. Old school would say, let's keep going at him. But you're right. If he dogged it, he showed off, he did anything, then he's getting hit. I don't know what Harper did for the 2 home runs. Very well could have, but
No, but I mean, listen, Harper has done things in the past that made people like, come on, Harper. You know what I mean?
You know what?
he's the
though?
best player. He's second
He's
best player in the
cocky.
league.
Yeah,
He's a little
I think you got to
cocky.
be a little cocky.
But
though.
Trout's not. Trout's not like that.
No, I
And let's go to Trout.
Trout doesn't even talk to the
got hurt.
media at all.
Trout is so quiet. He's
I love
like,
Trout. I freak. He's a center fielder
He
too.
barely
like
talks to the media.
not only talks to me, he's in L.A. The team's not that good, and you think, oh, L.A.
problem.
But like, he gets no really love. I feel
problem.
like
He gets
Seems so
love. I mean,
bad.
everybody
does.
knows he's the best
If he
player.
played in New York,
He-
if he played on even a better team,
If
I
the
feel like he'd
Angels
get-
were good.
He has no. You can see that guy in 0 commercials.
Angels aren't
Yeah.
a bad market.
He's the best player in baseball, and I don't think it's even close. And you see him in 0 commercials, right?
True, and that's
He might
kind
be
of
a commercial
baseball's
Zero
problem.
sponsorship.
That's kind of baseball's
Where do you
problem.
see him? Harper, I seen the T-Mobile commercial.
I mean, I was watching the MLB channel. They had this whole, they went to his hometown. He was, I mean, he gets.
That's not
his
advertising. That's just
Yeah,
a piece.
No,
on
but
him.
he's.
they went to Sal Fasano's hometown, I think, at one point. I mean, come on.
Sal
Sal
Fasano.
Fasano.
You remember
Sal
him?
Fasano's
The football
hometown.
player?
No.
The catcher
Anthony
on the
Catcher.
home-
Anthony Fasano.
The guy who
Plays.
looked like
Oh,
the
with
guy
the
from
mustache.
Ghost. He looked like the guy from Ghost. Get off my train.
Sal
That guy.
Fasano. I remember Sal Fasano.
No, I'm talking
That's
about.
Sicilian. Yeah.
He was a good defensive catcher.
He was horrible.
But listen, anyway, Trout's going to be. They're saying will likely require
Weeks.
5 to 8 weeks.
Wow.
Right now, I think
Scotty.
I'm not sure if they're saying surgery. They're saying they're going to put him in a cast.
Yeah. So you said who had that injury, Phil?
Story had that injury last year.
And he was out for.
He's out for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
He had surgery. He
Same
missed,
injury?
He missed about 2 months. Yeah, it's a ligament in the thumb. It's happened before. Actually, when the guys hurt their thumb and then they tear a ligament, this is what it is. It's like they call it skier's thumb or gamekeeper's thumb because it's jamming it and kind of hyper abducting it that way. And that's what he did. He was sliding head first. We talked about that a little
Right.
bit. Slid head first, jammed his thumb back.
What?
Tore ligament. It's actually an ulnar ligament, but it's not on your elbow. It's in your thumb. It's the same.
What's the
that
chances
ligament
of him
keeps getting
coming back? Like
Doesn't the
know,
ulnar on
fine.
the inside of your
Yeah.
arm? But how does it
But
hit
it's
the
on
thumb?
the inside of the thumb. That's why. It's just how it is
It's like a
relative.
second
Yeah, it's just how it is
ulnar?
relative to the thumb. No, it's just it's just for ulnar because it's to that side of the
Gotcha.
the
But
body.
Phil, what's the chances of him coming back? Like,
He's
know,
done at least
okay.
the All-Star break then.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
he'll
way
come back
past.
okay as long as they let it heal and everything. He'll come back okay if they don't rush him back. It's just about stability.
There's no
at the
reason to
thumb.
rush him back either because
No,
they're
the
pretty
team's
terrible.
Yeah, he'll be. I think he'll be fine. He's gonna miss a chunk of time.
So he's gonna miss the All-Star game.
he might.
But let me ask you, like, let's say Mike Scioscia's still the coach
Yeah.
over there?
Yeah,
Wow.
he's been
Is he the
around for
longest tenured coach?
He's
Has
gotta
to be. Has to be,
gotta
right?
I used to think he was good, but they haven't done anything.
So do
forever.
I thought he was
But-
awesome.
I mean, if you're Mike Scioscia, do you take Mike Trout and do you say, I don't want you sliding head first into second base? Do you say that?
No.
That's what he
I
does.
don't think
No,
so.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
tough.
so.
That's what he does.
I mean, I don't.
Do you have Mike Trout stop stealing bases? Like they talk about Aaron
No.
Judge, like he stole a couple bases at the beginning of the year.
But Aaron
They're
Judge's
talking about-
slide was horrible.
And Aaron Judge,
It looked like it was a belly flop.
I feel
It
like
was
he's
a belly
different
flop.
type of
Yeah.
player, different body type. Trout runs, he's smooth. He's, not that Judge isn't smooth, but I don't know. Maybe because you're so big, I don't picture him as like a base stealer, even though he steals his bags. Trout, I feel like that's part of his game. I think if you take that away from it, and it happens a lot. I mean, A-Rod, when he came up, stole 1 million bags.
Yeah.
Bonds obviously got a little
Let me ask you a
40-40.
question.
Yeah.
Who knows most? Has Trout been sliding
Bo
head
knows.
first almost every time in his career?
I don't know.
Because if he has, and now he's been in the league for how long now? 5-6 years, and this is the first time he got injured? I mean,
That's something
that's
as a
just
player you should maybe
unlucky.
say to yourself,
just
you know
unlucky.
what? I got hurt. Let me slide feet first.
Well,
I think that's a player's decision. Unless you just physically can't do it, which is silly, but whatever.
But if you're stealing second base, you're
people do
probably
it, yeah.
stealing. Yeah, you're probably sliding head first. I mean,
Why? I
Not
slide
necessarily.
feet first.
in the
Well, why
major
don't
leagues,
Granderson slides feet first. Bernie Williams used to slide feet first.
Yeah, a lot
I'm
of
thinking of
people
guys
do.
off the top of my head. It's
the majority are gonna slide head first.
I
So
don't
he'll be
know about
wearing
that.
He'll be wearing the
I
thing
think
that
that's
Gardner
close.
wears.
I think that's 50-50.
He'll be wearing the thing that Gardner wears.
Why isn't he wearing it already?
Yeah,
He
he's
should
Mike
have
Trout.
been. He should have been, and now he will be. I'm just saying. But there's the solution. Stay head first. Take a little protection on the hand, though.
Yeah.
Mike Trout should be wearing protection on his hand.
I agree. Well, look
Mike
at Bonds.
Trout.
When Bonds went up there, he was wearing armor
Yeah,
going up the
Move
bat.
on. Yeah. We got to move on.
No, yeah. Before we move on to a little Yankees
No,
Mets,
we have
we'll
to
do
move
quick.
on.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
This guy, let's keep us on one topic all night.
One topic. I was just going to say, listen, any early All-Star Game surprises? That's all.
Aaron Judge,
Yeah.
Right.
Yankees.
Ryan Zimmerman.
Conforto's
Ryan Zimmerman.
Conforto.
Conforto, give the Mets a little
He might
love.
be the only
Conforto,
Met
yes.
All-Star,
And we're on to Yankees and Mets.
Corey
Moving on to
And
the
we're
Yankees
on
and
to
Mets.
Yankees
Corey
and Mets.
Dickerson. All right, Yankees and Mets. So the Yankees, 29-19. Mets, 22-27. Yankees.
Ooh.
But here's the thing about the Yankees. I'm looking at the schedule of their last games. They're playing some weak teams, and they're really not. I mean, they're beaten. Like Oakland, they took 2 out of 3.
that's all
You got to do.
That's
You
all
gotta
you
win
got to do.
series.
Is
Win
win.
That's all you got to do. I know.
You
I
don't
know.
sweep a lot of
But
series.
what about this series against Baltimore? It's a big one. Baltimore's
And
right
what,
behind.
They lost today, 3-2.
They-
Well, Baltimore came in losing 7 in a row. That's I mean they were even talking about it on the broadcast today. It's hard to when a team comes in, a good team comes in, loses 7 in a row. You know that they're like due. It was a good game.
3-2
They
today,
lost 3-2 with Montgomery on the mound. I mean,
Montgomery's pitched well.
They blew that game against the Royals, Montgomery. When Montgomery had the game,
Yeah.
Montgomery's pitching great. You know, Montgomery, he retired
pitched pretty
20 of 21 batters, gave up a home run, and Girardi pulled him.
you know, I heard a
Typical
lot of
Girardi, in the words of Pat DeVito,
Sorry.
he's like a robot.
He pulled him, and then Adam Warren gave up
Right.
a 2.
He is.
There
He's
was
like the
2-1. It was 2-1. Then Adam
the
Warren, who's pitching well, gave up a 2-run home run.
I have
now they're
no
down
problem
3-2
with
and
that.
they lost.
I have no problem with that. I know Girardi
No,
overmanages.
it's not like Montgomery was playing bad. He get pitching
but
bad.
it's-
I'm sorry.
but it's
It was
Montgomery.
95 pitches.
It's his first year. He's pitching over his head a little bit. He gave up a home run in the inning.
Is he pitching over his head?
count
Do
was
we know
around
that?
100.
I mean, how much have we
Pitching
seen
was
of him?
95. Come on.
All right. So
I'm not-
he's
I don't
pitching,
know.
he-
He's pitching well.
exceeding expectations.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
definitely.
okay.
he
A
definitely
lot of guys on the Yankees are, though.
I mean, I'm just saying, most of his things are by the book, but that one I understood. Okay. I mean, you have a good bullpen too. All right. And they brought in who
Great
they bring
bullpen.
in.
Warren gave
who's
up the
been
home
really
run.
good.
Warren has been really good.
You know, you could always obviously
The
it doesn't
bullpen's
work
great.
out. It looks
The
bad.
bullpen's really great, but I thought you'd give Montgomery a little bit of a leash. It was only a solo
Wasn't it
home
the
run.
seventh inning though?
Yeah, I'm telling you, but it was 95 pitches. I remember it was 95. I would think you give him a little bit more of a leash than that. 20 of 22 batters he retired. Yeah, he's obviously pitching good.
Mm-hmm.
Gave up 1 home run.
I know, but when you got like a stacked bull, I mean, the thing is, though, Chapman's hurt.
That's the thing. Chapman's was a little bit short of the bullpen.
A little bit
A
short.
little bit short of.
Which
Who was
means
your
a lot.
8th inning?
Could
Who was
mean
your
a lot.
8th inning guy? You bring
Yeah.
in
To
Warren in
me,
the 7th
anybody
inning.
in the bullpen is
Clipper.
better than a tired Montgomery there. I mean, I know you're saying he's not tired. 'cause
I could
he
agree with
got
that.
20.
Yeah,
I don't
I
see
agree with
anything
that
wrong with
statement.
that.
Now, the Yankees have tough schedule. After Baltimore
It's all
on the
AL
road,
all AL East.
Toronto
Next
for
12.
4 on the road. Then you got
Toronto's
Boston.
healthy now too.
Yeah, Toronto's ripping.
Batista's ripping.
Right. Batista's come back. Boston at home for 3, and then Baltimore at home for 3. So you got all that divisional games. 2 of our, teams right behind us.
All right, so they have
Boston and
13
Baltimore.
games
I was gonna
basically.
ask, where do you gotta
13
go?
games. What do you? If you're, what do you got to go? What do you want to do here? They lost already. One.
What do you
Go
want to
with
do?
that.
What do you mean? What do you?
8 and 5,
what are you hoping
7
to
and
do?
6,
8 and 5?
8 and
All
5,
right, we're
7
counting
and
the
6.
next 2
Come on,
Baltimore
you can't
games.
do this. This reminds me of when Al Light, I remember 5 years ago, came on the Yes broadcast, and the Yankees were like in contention, and they're like, "I'm going to tell you how the Yankees are going to win make the playoffs this year." And I was like, "All right, what is he going to say? What are the Yankees?" Gonna do?" He starts going through the schedule and saying, "All right, well, they're going to win 2 out of 3 here. They're going to win 3."
No, you can't
It's
do that.
162 games.
Yeah,
all right?
yeah.
They don't. Yankees don't
I'm
have to do
saying
anything.
you don't
as long
have
as they
to.
don't go
They
3
don't
and
have
10
to do
here.
anything. They
They'll-
got to do something.
They just have to.
But
I
this
mean,
is big though because it's a Division 1 and it's a long series. You're talking about 12 games in the next 12
listen,
games.
it's still May, and if they go 5 and 8 in this 13-game stretch, it doesn't mean they're not going to make.
Of course.
No,
but
of
what do you
course.
want to be though? Like you have those. You have 12 more games left, right? What do you want to
In
go
the
on those
division.
in the division? Well, they lost today. Whatever. We'll start today. Start from tomorrow.
They're probably gonna.
So 12
If
games.
I'll tell you right now, if the Yankees turn around and go 3-9 in the next 12,
They're in trouble.
it's not a good look.
Not in trouble. They're not
I'm
in
not
trouble.
saying
but-
I know.
if the season's not over, but you're going to be like,
not
oh,
a good
maybe
look.
this team's not that good. You're going to start hearing things. But if they turn around and go 9-3, you're going to say, wow, this team's for real.
Right.
These are a huge next 12
And it's-
games. I know it's early, but it's a good barometer to see exactly where they are
I like
throughout the
using
season.
10-game.
Intervals.
Yeah, because that's equivalent to one game in the NFL.
And why it's big too? Why
Every
it's,
time. I
yeah,
haven't
it's
thought of that,
true.
yeah.
And why it's big too? It's the young team. If you stumble through this AL East where and you do go say like a 3-9, like Wynn said, and then people start talking about maybe they're not that good of a team.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a young team. You don't want them to start getting in that role where maybe they're not thinking as good as they are.
If
You
they
know,
could
couple
take
people going
5
to slumps,
out of the next 12, I'll be all right with that. 5 and
go
7.
5-7.
The Mets are the usual?
Mets are the usual, yeah.
The Mets.
Oh, my
Is that all they get today?
I mean, I really don't.
No,
Is-
we could.
is that all they get today?
Mets is coming around. He's
We'll make
gonna
it
be
quick.
up soon. What else we got?
I'll sit back.
Conforto is their
Conforto-
bright spot.
Comfort's their
I'll,
bright
I'll
spot.
sit back on this.
Conforto's playing great.
I'll say another thing I was wrong on.
What do you think-
Grandison is in.
Grand.
Grandy, you
It's
killed
over.
me, man. You killed me.
It's over,
That's
man.
it.
What do you think about the
That's
Mets
it. I
hitting
give up on
Conforto leadoff?
That's horrible.
Nah.
It's like what we're talking about. What Gary said.
Terrible,
Nah.
terrible. They're not.
He's
I don't
their
like it with the
best
Cubs.
pitch-
I don't like. I hate it with
batter
the
right
Cubs,
now.
but the Cubs actually have a deep lineup.
I don't. Well, exactly. I think when you don't have a deep lineup, you kind of got to hit your best hitter, lead off or two.
No, I disagree because I actually think the contrary. I think if you don't have a deep lineup, especially in the National League, you can't have Conforto following the pitcher. He's your best
All right, maybe
RBI
you-
guy.
Yeah, maybe you should. Hit
You know
two.
what I'm saying? He's got to hit. I think he's your best hitter.
And
Hit
you
him
got
third.
Reyes there.
Hit him third. You
Well,
have
it's not like
guys.
Reyes is doing that much.
I know,
Oh,
but you
no,
have
no,
guys
Chris
who can
made
hit
a
it.
point to tell me Reyes is ripping all of a sudden.
No,
Tell
I
me.
mean he was.
You have a guy
rated
hitting
in
210.
the order. 202 because he started off so bad though.
Yeah, but then he got really hot for a couple
Granson's at
weeks, and then he
191.
cooled
He's
off. Back ice
So who's
cold
your
again.
leader?
Grant's is 191.
Grant's
What was
is
he? He was like
191.
150, right?
Grant's is
Come back. I take it
187.
back.
Oh,
Come
I'm
on,
sorry,
Grant.
187.
No, Granson's 187.
He's
Yeah.
creeping up there.
Yeah, he's creeping up, but I mean, what else do they got though? I mean,
Well, they
now
got
that
this
guys
guy.
are hurt.
They got the guy Ahmed in the minor leagues.
Oh, he's
that
a
they're
beast.
talking
Rosario.
about.
They don't want to
Yeah.
rush him up.
He needs to come up. He's supposed to be.
Did anyone see
he was
the-
sitting- I don't know what he's doing now. I think he was sitting up 3-1.
Did anyone
just scored.
Did anyone see the press
Series
conference
not
where they
over yet.
asked about Rosario and
Series
Terry
game.
Collins said that I have no idea.
Yeah,
what
I don't know
he's
what he
doing.
does.
I don't know what he's
I heard
doing.
that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What?
He's going senile.
He's the number one. He's the number one prospect in all of baseball.
You have no idea what he's doing.
I don't know
in
what he's
minor
doing.
leagues.
And your shortstop was
I
hurt
don't
at
want
that
to talk
point.
about. Yeah, I don't want to talk about him. I don't know what's going on.
Scoring update 3-1.
Yeah,
We're-
we just
we're
saw that.
watching
We
it,
got the
buddy.
game
We got
on
it
over
here. We
here,
got it.
Spider.
Well, they got Cespedes too. They said he's going to be
I
out.
don't shine shoes no more.
She's
Right?
always
I don't know if you
spider. She's always spider.
They said
Yeah.
Cespedes is coming back in 7 to 10 days.
Where was it?
He
100
re-aggravated
games. I
injury.
told you.
That's
I
right.
you heard it here. Back in March.
Is he not going to play 100 games?
He ain't gonna play 100. He's gonna come back for 2 weeks, pull his other hammy, and be on the shelf.
I mean, the Mets, they're not going to make it.
And
Let's
that's
move
the-
on.
and
It
that's
doesn't
the
look
Mets.
like it's lining up.
And
We,
that's the
got,
Mets.
we don't got time for the Mets
We
over
don't.
here.
We
We'll
don't.
be fine. he
I
said.
think the most exciting thing that's coming on in sports right now. Sorry.
NBA
Is
Finals.
NBA Finals. NBA Finals.
That's what we've been waiting for.
We
all
finally made
year
it through.
long.
We finally made it through the trash
You're
of
not
the
excited?
NBA playoffs.
You're not
We-
excited about the NBA?
I'm gonna.
We finally made it
feign
to the
my
NBA
excitement
playoffs.
today. I'll
you're
talk.
feigning,
You know,
that's fine.
for once, I'm down to talk a little about the NBA.
Yeah, let's
because-
talk
We're
NBA.
making it past the trash of the NBA playoffs, and now we're here at the NBA Finals.
This is the actual NBA season.
This is the
I'm
NBA
pumped
season
for it.
in a
I'm
nutshell.
pumped for it.
7
This was
games.
all it was.
It's 7 games, and this is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
I think
every
it's
sport,
awesome.
this is what it comes down
No,
to.
but you knew it was going to happen.
They might have to.
there's-
The NBA might have to go. I'm sorry, I'm always talking about this because I'm always complaining about the NBA. But they might have to go to a baseball type thing where it's just 4 teams from each division. I mean, from each conference or something.
They're never
Because-
gonna do
the
that.
first round so
because,
bad.
I mean, this was definitely the worst leading up to the final.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
You've
but
ever seen?
maybe
I'm
you
hoping
just-
it could be the
Terrible.
best finals.
Maybe you just have to go 4 teams in each conference and then just I don't know.
But now we're
I
at,
don't think they'll do that.
I
no,
agree.
they,
That'll
of course
never
they
happen.
won't.
the,
but
the playoffs.
at this point, why
the
not?
playoffs were bad, but now we're at a finals, and there's so.
All right.
We were talking about there's so many stars in this finals, and how many guys have. I don't want to. I will. I'm going to throw out like legacy attached to it. You have Durant who jumped teams, and now he's with the Warriors.
I know.
Sorry.
What's funnier?
It's
We're
Mets
getting
haters
comments.
Central.
We're not
Mets
trying to be
haters central.
Mets haters, but the
I am a
problem
little
is
bit.
Andrew, Andrew, this is Paul in the control room. I got your back. We're going to kick these guys off the show
There's
pretty
just-
soon if they don't be a little more,
I'd like to talk good
You
about
know
them.
what?
I said
If the
from
Mets
photo
do
breaks,
something good,
If
we'll
this
talk
is
about
last
them,
year-
all right?
If you've been watching the games, we're actually winning.
Paul, I don't
We're
watch
not
a minor league
We're
team.
not on a 7-game losing streak.
I don't watch a minor league
I'm
team,
not kidding.
buddy.
If it was this time last year, we'll probably talking more about the Mets than the Yankees.
Yeah, if all these injuries, listen, it's not their fault that all the guys got hurt. I mean, that's
Let them get
suck.
hurt in the beginning of the year and come back with a vengeance.
It's not really
And
the
then we'll
beginning
start
of the year
talking
anymore.
good about the Mets.
possible.
We got
Then we'll
Cespedes
start
coming
talking
back.
about him. We're still not even in the dog days of summer yet.
Yeah, that's-
you know what I mean. It's NBA Finals time.
I'm
It's
messing with
NBA
you.
Finals,
All right, I
baby.
do hope. I do
Isn't
hope
this
the
a
Mets
long layoff
give it a little
for the
something.
games?
No,
I
it
mean,
usually
Thursday
starts.
night.
It usually starts. They like to start.
Yeah,
at
but don't
Thursday.
forget they have it planned out. So
Yeah.
that
Right.
Both series ended
both series
instantly
ended.
because
four
the
and
games
five
ended
games.
so fast. But
Right,
you have
right.
Durant's legacy, I think, is up there right now for this series. He just jumped teams. He's going. LeBron's legacy is always on the line, which
Right.
I think eventually.
This is my thing here.
It's solidified.
This is my
I
thing.
mean,
What if he wins this? Solidifies him as the best player of all time.
Are you insane?
I told you this.
Come on now.
6 weeks ago. You're gonna bring. You're gonna say that
God,
again?
stop.
Look, it is unbelievable. He's
You
been
gonna
to
start
the
the Jordan LeBron debate
He's been to-
again?
we'll get there.
love
He's
it.
been to the finals 7 straight years.
It's
That is
unbelievable. It's
remarkable.
fantastic.
He's
yeah.
taken 2 teams to the finals 4 times each.
Oh,
That's
Yeah, because he's in the East.
unbelievable.
He was like playing
But I'm just saying, that's
New York, Fort
unbelievable.
Hamilton, FDR. Those are the teams they're
But
playing.
look, his legacy's always there. Curry, Curry. Each time he's building his legacy,
He's got 2
MVPs.
MVPs.
I know, but now Durant's another lightning rod you're adding to the series. I think it's unbelievable. Love's finally playing
It's great
better.
for the finals.
Love's playing great.
but, I
Love's
mean,
playing good.
So what do you guys
Irving's
think?
always playing good.
I mean, I always said Cleveland. And I'm going to stick with Cleveland to win the series in 7.
Well, I mean, I wanted to say that on ESPN they have. It shocked me because obviously Golden State are favorites here. They have Cleveland as a 6% chance of winning the series. So if they
That's
play 20
disgusting.
times, basically,
Disgusting.
they play this series 20 times. ESPN's expecting that basically Cleveland will win one of those 20 times.
1 or 2.
I don't think it's that.
that makes
crazy.
you want to pick Cleveland.
I think a lot of money has
Seriously,
moved
I think
the
I
line
will.
down a bit. It's not that crazy. And let's not forget that obviously Durant changes a lot, but
but they do still have
Golden
the best
State
player in
had the best record of all time last year.
without Durant. though.
Without
Right?
Durant.
It doesn't. What does it
I don't.
Are you going to get back to? Listen, it's all about winning games, right?
I understand
that team
that.
last year won 73 games.
But you're
And they
replacing
beat them.
Harrison Barnes with Kevin Durant.
How many games did they win last year?
More? 73. Yeah, I'm not arguing that.
So you can make a case that they were a better team last year.
I
You
don't
can
know.
make that case.
You
but,
can make that case.
Okay, you can make that case, but rewind 2 years and somebody says, all right, you have this team, you have this team. Who do you want in the finals? Do you want Durant or you want Harrison Barnes? Anybody in their right mind is going to say Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Whether
but
or not
that
they
has
won
nothing to do
more
with that.
games. They lost.
Oh, all right.
Look,
Wait, who lost? What are you talking about?
look.
Oh,
They
right.
lost. Yeah. All right.
No, but
Don't address the teleprompter, Mike.
I'm
We're
a-
getting you trained here.
I'm a newbie.
look, tell me what you guys
I
think.
agree. Look, I agree with the Golden State. You know, they really, and I said this,
You
a
picked
couple
them.
weeks ago. I know, I said this a couple weeks ago that look, Cleveland barely won, and all they did was just add Kevin Durant. But I watched the series. I thought about more and more. I didn't make my prediction yet. I'm gonna change.
You're
I'm
gonna change it?
I'm gonna change.
Cleveland? The
I'm
Cleveland?
gonna go. You know when it comes, I think it's closer than you think. With the,
I'm
think
worried,
with
though.
The,
I'm
the
not gonna
three
lie.
guys, when it's the 3 guys playing, yeah, I'm not saying we're 100%
very
confidence. With the top 3, it's not that far apart, and I really do think when LeBron's all in for a series,
Oh, yeah.
he's that much better than
Those guys,
Curry or
yeah.
Durant. And and not saying that those guys aren't great, but I just think that's how great LeBron is. And when it comes to this,
Also,
I
who's
think
going to take Durant? LeBron? Yes.
wait, I don't know what
On
that
defense.
question was.
On defense.
Oh, on-
Yeah, so what?
Oh, he's going
LeBron's
to take him
gonna
out of the
shut him
game.
down.
He's going to
No,
shut him
he's
down,
not.
dude.
What are you
Of
talking
course he
about?
will.
The two of you
He's
got
He's the best defensive player in the
He's
NBA.
going to shut. All right, you want to
gonna
say he's
shut
going to give him a
Durant
tougher
down.
time?
He's gonna
but
hamper him.
He's going to shut him down completely.
Look, if
Not
they,
completely,
look,
but he's
the
going to
Warriors-
shut him down.
Look, here's all
Durant scores a ton of his points in transition anyway.
Look, this is what's going to come down to coaching.
We'll see.
If the Warriors make it, because last year, whatever it was, if Curry was hurt a little bit, last year the Cavs really kind of took Curry out of his element a little bit, out of his
Right.
game. They went at him every time they could on defense, and he could not handle anyone on defense. I thought they exposed him on the defensive end. They
Right.
pick and rolled, made him switch to whoever had the ball, and he couldn't cover anyone. Irving took him to school, had 41 points in Game 6 with that big shot. if they don't adjust that or address that on the defensive end, they're still going to have trouble on that end. And we all know it's going to be high scoring. I know we talk about LeBron's not going to shut down Durant. You're right. But LeBron, you can put him anyway, and he's going to make that guy difficult. You can't do that with Curry.
All right, you put LeBron on Durant, Curry goes crazy.
Yeah,
you put LeBron on Curry, Durant goes crazy. Then you got Klay Thompson.
If you work Curry
threes.
on the defensive end, though, if you work him up on the defensive
you get him
end,
tired.
it
I
affects
understand
him on
that.
the offensive end.
I completely hear what you're saying. I just
Aren't Golden State like they make or break a lot on fast breaks and everything like that? So it's like
but they do it better than anybody ever.
But if you expose that,
you're right.
They do it better
gotta
than
Take
anybody
anything
ever.
away from Golden State.
I mean,
I'm not taking anything away from Golden State.
listen,
But
if
it's a great run.
if
It's a great
LeBron
run.
does win this year again, then he's not better than Jordan, but he's really
number 2 at least.
I think he put it in the books
for the first time. Well, go. I'm sorry.
No,
Put
it's
what
right.
in the books?
Put it in the books. He's your number 2. There's Jordan and LeBron. There's everybody else.
Oh yeah,
That's already like that.
It's already
I don't know
like
what
that.
you're
Okay,
talking
wait.
about. But anyway, for the first time, I think LeBron is playing with house money for the first time. Obviously,
I agree with you.
it's
I
always-
thought this year he's
it's
playing with
always
house
the
money.
legacy of him versus.
I don't know if I agree with
He's
that.
always trying to catch up to Jordan. That's in the back. But for the first time, they're not. They're big underdogs. All right, and he's got to be feeling pretty good coming into this series because he's playing phenomenal.
He's healthy.
Unbelievable.
And they
he's
beat the
playing.
same team last year. And he's playing with house money a little bit. For the first time, it's not like you got to win, you got to win, you got to win. They're expecting them to lose. I know they were
won the
underdogs
title
last
with
year,
Cleveland,
but it
yeah.
wasn't. They're bigger underdogs this year.
I don't know. I don't think
they
they
have to be.
I mean,
I
They're
think they are.
6%. He said.
that's true.
They're 6%
Yeah,
chance to win.
so who's your prediction?
Golden State is a 7-point favorite. Game 1. And I believe Cleveland was plus.
No, Cleveland's. I said
No, Cleveland's like plus 190 to win the series or something.
It was.
It was
If
in
you
the
put
twos.
100, you know.
Did it go up?
Yeah, you guys know.
No, it started in the twos.
Yeah, it did. You guys know the numbers better than me. If the Warriors, if you put $100 bet on the Warriors, you'd only get back $36. Whatever those numbers are.
Right now, Golden State, Cleveland.
That's how it started. That's how it opened. If you put $100 bet, you only got 36 back.
Yeah, minus 360.
Minus 360. I think Cleveland was plus 220. Mike said plus
Were
280.
they? Maybe I saw a different line. It's my mistake.
So who's your prediction?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Golden State in 6.
Mike?
Golden State next.
I do think Golden State will take it. I think they'll take it in 5 or 6.
So Chris, it's again you and I, Cleveland.
5 or 6.
I know you and I got Cleveland.
Yeah.
These two got
Again,
Golden
we're
State.
separate on the finals.
Again,
me and you again.
I know. I don't
Cleveland
know if
7.
that's good or bad, but I'm pumped. I'm pumped to see it. We'll talk about
What'd
the
you
finals.
say?
Who you saying?
Cleveland 7.
Cleveland 7.
Switched
So
up.
clearly, the smarter people are picking Nashville and Golden State.
I think Cleveland in 7.
Let's do.
All I
Chris,
want,
we got
all
this,
I
man.
care
We got
about.
this.
Let's go, baby.
Stanley Cup. He just
I think Cleveland's going to shock a few people in this series. I think they
so do
might do
I.
it in 6.
So, but
Cleveland
I'm
in
gonna.
six.
Wow.
I think it's going to be. I think they're going to come out firing. They might win the first 2 games.
There he is.
In Golden State?
Golden State.
Yeah,
Come
all right,
on,
Paul.
The world's
Paul.
going to go crazy.
I
Ron
just
is gonna
want,
go
I just want Draymond Green to kick at least 2 people in the
I
nuts.
say they at least win 1 game.
What's the over?
He's
I
the
agree
worst.
with that.
He's
I
the
think
worst.
Cleveland will take one. And
Wait, I got one thing to say.
We
though.
got to move on to our question.
I know.
We
We're going to move on. Wait, we could go a little OT. It's not a big deal.
No, Paul give us the okay. The referee has
Paul
to give us
gives
the
us
okay.
You gotta get.
We need to get
clearance.
official.
I just want to say
consent.
this though. I
Can we
kinda,
go to OT?
I know you guys all agreed
Can't
that
just
you
assume.
said that. What was it? LeBron's got playing with house money. You think that too? You think LeBron's playing with
I
house
do.
money?
I do.
No.
I don't. I disagree with that. I think that
I agree with Mike. on
LeBron has more pressure than anything. Because at this point, it's about
He
is
always
he the
does.
best player ever? That's what it's at the point at.
That's
but
been the
he needs
question
to win,
for 5
But he
years
needs
now.
a championship again.
But
I think he needs a championship
I don't think
to
that's
prove
as
that
much
works.
pressure. I don't think that's as much pressure as can LeBron win the big one. That was what he used to play with.
I think
That
right,
was
right.
way
You
more
gotta
pressure.
That was a long time
Exactly.
ago.
He
Yeah.
won
That
the
wasn't a long time
He's
ago.
already
They were
won
still
twice.
asking
But
him
he
last
had
year.
to do it with Cleveland.
Why? He won
But Chris,
2 already.
They were
He
still
had to
asking
do
him.
it with Cleveland, though. That was
He's
the
right.
thing. Everyone thought he left to
He's probably
Miami,
gonna play more
and he
laid back.
just used Wade and Bosch to help him. Then he went
Right.
back to Cleveland, and he finally did it. He won it with Cleveland.
That's
He
big,
was the
yeah.
alpha dog, no questions asked.
Yeah, I
nothing,
don't think-
and beat the Warriors.
And
Right.
then came back from 3-1.
Yes, I
Yeah,
agree.
I know, but
Huge upset comeback.
But
He's
let's
right.
say,
It's
but,
all house money.
but
I
let's
agree
say
with
the
Mike.
pressure was
I
at
agree with Mike.
95
House
at that point. I don't think the pressure drops to 20. I think it drops to
Well, it's the
75,
NBA Finals,
80.
Chris. It's the NBA Finals. The
Yeah.
pressure doesn't drop to 20. He's
But
not
I'm
gonna
talking
be
about the
walking down
pressure on
court like,
LeBron
"Hey."
specifically to win another championship. I think the pressure on him specifically.
Can you do that again? Walking down the court.
He might do that anyway because he's a jerk. No,
There's more pressure. Listen,
No,
You
I
had
love
him
I
fighting
love
his
him.
what's his
I
name's
love
father
LeVar
last
Bell.
week.
there's way more pressure.
Ball's father.
I love
And
Joe.
rings
I
mean a
love
lot
LeBron.
in basketball as opposed
Rings
to
mean so much. I
to
agree with
baseball
you.
or football.
But
I think rings
who's
mean
there
a lot more in
pressure
basketball.
on? For the first time, it's not LeBron.
Yeah,
it's
on Durant. It's
Durant's
absolutely on
getting
Durant.
the
it's
pressure.
absolutely there's more
100%
pressure on him to win a championship.
But even
I
if
think it's-
Durant doesn't have a good series, they can still win.
right,
If LeBron
that's
does
the other
not,
thing. No, that's the other thing.
if Durant
Dur-
doesn't have a great
Durant
series,
has Fugazi
they have enough
pressure.
firepower.
There's Fugazi
Golden
pressure.
No,
State
Durant
make
does
it
not
win.
have Fugazi
Yes, he does
pressure.
because he joined the team that went to the finals already and played 7
But
games.
if
Even more of a reason.
Right,
But
even
they
more of a
lose,
reason.
if they
Fugazi pressure.
lose, they're
He
going to say,
joined the
"Oh,
monster team."
no." If Durant has a bad series, Fugazi pressure. What is Fugazi?
Fugazi,
pressure?
Fugazi.
I think they're laughing at
Oh,
that.
you got
Fugazi.
it.
Fairy dust.
No, you got
That's the first time I ever heard
Fugazi's right,
Fugazi
the right
pressure.
pronunciation, but why is it
That's a
Fugazi?
great way to segue.
Right to Tiger
We
Woods.
are definitely going to get more of the NBA Finals next week. The series will be underway. We'll see if
Yeah, by then you'll see
Yeah.
Cleveland be
we'll
up
see
2-0. No big deal.
up 2-0. There we go.
Are they
baby.
playing next Monday? I hope they're playing Monday. So we
No,
can watch. No,
Thursday, Sunday schedule. I think
Thursday,
they got to
Sunday.
play Sunday, right?
Yeah,
I
Thursday,
believe so,
Sunday.
yeah.
It's Thursday.
I hate that they
Thursday,
play at
9
9.
o'clock.
I hate that
Why
they play at
not?
Why are
9?
they playing
8 o'clock
Thursday, Sunday,
Sunday.
not Thursday, Saturday?
Sunday
Sunday's
night's
the
a better
bigger night.
TV night.
So why don't they open the
everybody's
series on
home.
Friday?
Because
Friday night's a horrible night for TV.
Yep. Everybody's out.
We got answers
Friday,
for you
Saturday
everywhere.
night,
That makes
everybody's
sense.
out.
That
What, you
makes
guys
sense.
used to work for a TV company or something?
Listen,
Jesus.
I take the
You
job
got to think about the
seriously.
TV.
All right.
You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
all
I'm
right.
a Bridgeside
Nielsen
Sports
ratings.
Oh,
producer. You're still
I still got
you're still a
contributor.
contributor. All right.
So here we go.
Next time,
Let's move on. We can talk more
Tiger-
about the finals. You
Fine.
know,
Tiger
Woods, right? Tiger Woods. So what's up with Tiger Woods?
His
DUI.
mugshot
That's
is
the question.
his mugshot
Oh
is
yeah, let's
impressive.
bring back the question. Have you ever seen? Has there ever been an athlete to fall from grace further or harder or whatever you want to say than Tiger in history?
Why did you say that like a poem?
Because I'm like a poet. I speak like a poet. I'll order. So
Look
here we
at
go.
that we got this picture
Guys,
up.
look at that picture.
This guy
Tiger
looks like
Woods.
he's not even like gonna get invited to
He definitely took mad
Thanksgiving
perks.
dinner.
He took mad perks. You
He's
can tell
not
right
even
there.
invited to Thanksgiving dinner at the Tiger Woods.
He looked like he took about 10
In his own
Percocets.
house.
Yeah.
He's not allowed
Right?
near a public park.
He's
Let's
about
be
to st-
honest. Come on, look at that.
He's about to do the lean. You know what I mean? Like he leaned after that photo. You know what I mean? The Percocet lean. No, he looks bad.
the good old
He looks
Percocet
bad.
lean that we all
Kind
know
of looks like Bubs in the Wire a little bit.
Bubs
If anyone's
in the
ever
Wire.
seen the Wire. He doesn't look
Wait,
good
so
in
has
that
anybody
picture.
fell harder than this guy?
I mean, there's
This is a loaded
unfortunately
question.
there's a laundry list of athletes who have fallen from grace really hard. Well, why don't we talk really quickly what happened to Tiger Woods today?
Yeah.
Right.
He got I mean,
DUI.
I'm sure
I think
it was
everybody
either-
knows, but
it was
yeah.
DUI. But there was a statement that was released rather recently that's saying that he wanted to make it clear that alcohol is not involved. He had a bad reaction to his prescription medication, his painkillers, and Chris was talking about he did call that because he just had back surgeries. It was
Yeah.
his 4th back surgery in like 3 to 4 years. He had a fusion, so he's been on a lot of painkillers, and that's
Well,
what
that's
he
the
got
thing. Let's
called
say
with.
he's got a script for that, which he does.
You're
What
not
happens?
you're not supposed to be able driving with it.
All right.
It's like alcohol.
Is there a
Alcohol's-
certain limit? to
No,
that?
but alcohol.
If you have a script?
Think about alcohol's legal, but
Yeah.
you're not supposed to drive with it. Just like Percocets with a script are legal, but you're not supposed to operate a car.
Machinery.
Machinery. Yeah.
I
Heavy
actually
machine.
feel. I feel
Bad?
bad. I feel bad because I shouldn't. All right, part of me feels bad because if he actually was he just had back surgery. If he was on a painkiller or something, you're not really supposed to be driving, but you shouldn't be driving. under
All
that
he has
stuff
to do
at
is
all.
hire someone
Right.
to drive.
But
it
say that
maybe
every
he
everywhere.
time.
but maybe he didn't realize exactly what the
Yes.
effect it should have had. Granted, you're supposed to follow your
I
doctor's
understand
prescription
that.
or whatever. But
literally-
if that's the case, I do feel a little bit bad for him. But he should have hired somebody.
Scott Matthew didn't know
Yeah.
Tiger at college.
I mean,
See, we're bringing you
but
breaking news.
the
here.
bottom line is
you know who
this-
Scott Matthew is, right?
The bottom line is this is just another sad story and the
Scott
career
Matthew.
of this guy.
Hey, what's going on, Kessler?
Right? I mean, this this guy's career. He was
Thank you.
he was the best at his sport
Yeah, no.
across the board. Right?
Of all time.
10 years
right?
ago, and in terms of he hasn't won a major. He was on
years.
pace. He was
He was
going to
gonna destroy everything.
destroy every record.
Yeah.
Then he had the thing with the women. I don't know what he was doing with the women.
2009, he had the
It
scandal.
was a
Yeah.
scandal.
He was just
cheating on his
sleeping with
wife.
a lot of
With
women.
everyone.
9 women or something.
20, I think it was. Chris.
At once?
No, I don't know if it was at once.
At once.
And then
Once?
I think it was 20.
Will Chamberlain?
I think it was 20.
what is he? Will Chamberlain?
I think I
So
think
people
Andrew
have
Gladwin.
opinions
Yeah,
on
Andrew.
what the question is.
I was going to say Andrew Gladwin has two
OJ
guys
or
that
Pete
come
Rose.
right to mind when you think about
All right,
athletes.
so
that fall
OJ
from grace.
murdered somebody.
I think
Our
OJ.
friend in the control room, Nick Tulo, has an opinion. Who
Are we gonna?
How about Aaron Hernandez?
Aaron Hernandez
Another
is.
recent one.
Aaron Hernandez is right
Yeah,
there.
but he's not.
Rest in peace.
He's not as.
Hung.
Yeah. Oh,
that's
too soon.
bad. That's too soon.
Nah, is it really? Is it that bad? He killed somebody.
I know it's true.
I know,
It's true.
but you know what the
Yeah,
thing
Wynn's
is.
right.
I'm
you know,
sorry.
you know what the thing is though with
It's
that
not
though. You
He
could
wasn't
say,
at the
okay, that
level
might
of
be
these guys.
the worst thing. Yet we're talking about the level of the athletes.
So you have to take somebody then that was really at the top of their sport.
OJ.
OJ,
Not
Pete
only the
Rose,
top
like
of the
Andrew
sport.
we
said.
don't know
Not
for
even
still
top of
to
the
this
sport.
day for sure if OJ did.
According to a Los Angeles County juror, he's not guilty. So
That's true. But then he also tried to publish a book called "If I Did It."
It's a smart move by him.
To me, Tiger Woods, you lump in with Lance Armstrong because you
Lance
talk about
Armstrong's
somebody
there,
who
too.
That's a good one.
who ran a sport. He was on top of everything, and then just came
Controlled the
crashing
sport.
down. And now I feel like people probably spit on him and his helmet when they see him, going by on the street because
They hate the post office because of Lance Armstrong.
why they hate the post
Don't,
office.
didn't he always have the post office?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
is
was
that-
sponsored by the
sponsor the
USPS.
post office. Thank you.
Yeah, that's why I send all my mail
I got you.
UPS
I got
now.
you. Right. I have
But-
no idea.
I mean, you talk about those are two guys that were completely on the top of their sports, and
Dominating.
just
Absolutely
completely
dominating.
Fell off. Tiger Woods. It's almost been sadder because he's like hung around and just like not done anything.
Yeah.
If
Why I'll say
it's
OJ.
a big mental thing too.
Why I'll say OJ is that you're right about. So Tiger Woods and Lance Armstrong completely dominated their sport, but OJ not only was he on top of his sport, but he was on top of pop culture as well. He was in movies, he was an announcer, he was in commercials, he was transcending a lot of things in entertainment, and then all of it was gone.
Yeah.
All of it was gone. And even though he was found innocent, his fall from grace was complete. And then eventually, now he's in jail.
back in jail.
Now
yeah.
he's
now he's not back in jail, but he's in
now
jail.
he's in jail.
Yeah.
Like it never became the same. Pete Rose is one up there too because he's just these guys. I mean, or at least these guys were accepted by their sport. Pete Rose is just. I mean, he's lucky. He's lucky now that he's accepted as an analyst, which he's great at.
Yeah.
But he's banned from baseball. He's blackballed from the sport.
As much as I think the answer to that question is OJ.
What about Tyson?
Nah,
Tyson made a comeback.
Tommy's saying Tyson in here too.
What about Tyson?
I think Tyson made a comeback.
But he also
he's
rose
back.
again.
That's right. He rose again.
he rose again.
But yeah,
But then
you
he
guys.
lost.
But these guys you're talking about were never charged for murder.
Tyson was in jail for rape.
I understand
Yeah,
that,
but
but he got out
but
5
you
years
could
later,
say
and he
this.
then fought again.
Wait, forget about murder though, because
It's terrible what he
what's his
does.
name
Terrible
almost-
what happens.
what's his
but-
name?
Forget about
It's
that
almost
murder. Don't worry about it.
it's almost guaranteed that Ray Lewis committed murder, and
No.
he's still highly praised no matter
I
what.
don't know.
You're gonna hear
Almost
from Ray
guaranteed.
Lewis's attorney after the show.
He clearly was acquitted of all charges.
I know, but you don't know. You don't know for sure.
But we never know for sure.
don't
That's
know.
why there's a jury and a case.
I understand
But
that,
listen,
but that's why I'm
That's
saying
why
you
we
can't
have a
say,
legal system.
That's why you can't say
don't know
OJ
for
just because
sure.
maybe he murdered
No,
someone.
I just said. We're talking about fall from
When he
grace.
fell from grace, no one wanted to go near OJ. He lost everything. Then he lost a civil suit. He had to pay the families of the people that he
allegedly
that died,
murdered.
The people that died.
Nicole
the
Brown.
civil suit found him guilty and responsible for their death. That's
Yes.
why he tried to write that book. He was poor.
I agree with Boo. I think Lance Armstrong was the worst.
Did Mike even say Lance Armstrong?
I threw him into the mix, but I want. But I want.
Yes, he did.
They're getting a kick out
I
of the
wanna
control
say-
room.
What is Mike Lance
I want to just look at because I look at the question a little bit differently. Listen, these people like Tiger Woods, Pete Rose, Lance Armstrong, they accomplished all these things. So, like when I think of falls from grace, like the really sad stories that to me, Aaron Hernandez didn't accomplish enough. It's kind of like you have to accomplish enough, but not enough. That like it really is the sad story. And I think of Mike Vick because Vick. It's a really
You
sad
find that
story.
sad? I don't find that sad.
You just said that you feel bad for Tiger Woods 5 minutes ago.
No. Right now, I'm saying I feel bad because if he really was taking a painkiller and he realized what was going to happen to him if he's
sure.
never taken them before, that's what I feel bad. I don't feel bad for Michael Vick killing dogs. Get out of here.
I
What
love
up-
Michael
listen
Vick.
to me.
Don't say that to me.
What do you mean you love
I used to
him?
I
Vic,
love
too.
Michael Vick.
I don't care if you love him or not. He was fighting dogs.
But he went to
You ever
If
jail.
he
seen
said he
him
wanted to
saying
be
went
my
to
boy,
jail?
I'd be his
All
boy.
right, that doesn't mean I have to like the guy.
In terms of sad stories where a guy was literally one of a kind in a sport and could have done anything he wanted to, and then overnight it just seemed to just disappear.
Yeah, but
No, you know what's sad?
But wait, hold
Lou
on.
Gehrig is sad. A guy like that who had nothing, and then all of a sudden,
I
oh my
consider
God, a
myself
horrible tragedy.
the
Like
luckiest man.
that's sad. I don't consider what Simpson,
What? Too soon?
Vic,
No, it's not.
Rose, Woods. These guys all brought these problems upon themselves.
But
I
you feel
agree.
bad for Tiger Woods.
No,
I agree with Lou Gehrig. But the real thing I'll say with Vic is that Vic fell from grace, but
he came back.
He came back. We're talking about Tyson. He had that.
But he was, but come
he
on.
signed
He
another
was never-
$100
he
came
contract.
back.
Vic
never
was
the
never
same.
the same.
He was never signed. On
No,
the
we talking
Eagles,
about that
the Eagles
Eagles
might have been
team.
his best year of all
Yo,
time.
he went
That
off
was that
on the
one year.
Eagles.
That was that
I
one
know,
year.
I
But
understand.
his
That's still a
career-
comeback.
Was that
his
Chip
career
Kelly?
was completely
Was that with
No,
Chip
derailed.
no,
Kelly? No,
before
before
Chip
Chip
It was
Kelly?
completely derailed by the dog stuff.
And it should have been.
I'm just saying.
And
listen,
I'm glad
not-
he got a second
I'm not
chance.
But
saying-
here's the thing: after that,
I'm
he
glad
said
got-
all the right
yes,
things.
he
and
came
and
back.
I'm not
Oh,
saying
I
put it on
think he
him.
was. I think he really came back. I'm sorry, he came back from. I don't think
Came
he
from
fell.
back
I
from
think he
beautifully.
came back. So I don't know if you could say he fell from grace. He got a second chance, which he completely should have. I couldn't stand when people saying like he should never play football again. The guy went to jail. He served his
All I'm
time.
saying-
He made a mistake. He should
What
come
about-
back and
what
play.
about-
His
Uh,
career
little-
never got to reach the point of some of these
Yes,
guys.
you're
that we're
right
talking
about that. Yes,
because
you're
it
right about
happened at
that.
the-
What about Ray
Have,
Rice?
hold on. Have you guys ever seen that
Rice.
documentary
Never
on
came
OJ?
back. And they didn't give him a second chance.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the documentary
never
on
got
OJ?
to-
Which one?
The 6
Made in
hour
America?
documentary Made in America. Unbelievable. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I know
good.
OJ was a little before our time. Like
I
when that
remember the-
happened.
Oh, I
we were
watched.
like,
remember the
You're
trial.
talking about the thing where it's like kind of like a documentary, but it's not.
No. That's the
No,
one
that's
with Cuba
the one
Gooding
with
OJ
Jr.
versus.
That's
no,
Cuba
no,
Gooding
This is an
Jr.
actual
that's
documentary. It's like 6 hours, like 3 parts. It's excellent. Excellent. Like I know it was a little before our time. We were like 7, I guess 6 or
Yeah.
7 when it all
Yeah.
happened and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't really. I remember it vaguely.
I remember the
But when you watch and just what a big star
It was
Simpson was, it was
massive.
eye opening.
Yes.
It really was eye opening.
trial of the century.
The trial, what a huge star he was in
And it's murder. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
all
but in
everyone wanted to
college,
talk about.
as
Yes.
a pro. His endorsement deals, his acting career,
And at
you know,
the time with race, he transcended both races
Yes.
too. Like no,
Yes.
to talk about. Oh, we got a comment.
We got a lot of
Matthew
comments.
Castle.
Tiger's
There's been
a
a
piece
lot
of-
of comments.
Matthew
I've been
Castle.
answering them.
I'm expecting Aaron to make.
Too soon with Aaron Hernandez. He's expecting a complete.
John
win.
Matthew. Come on, man. Come on, man.
That's Matt Castle.
Yeah, tell people what it's.
Matt Castle.
I'm expecting Aaron Hernandez to make a complete 180. Says one of
I
our
feel like everybody's
viewers.
picking Aaron Hernandez on
There's
this
just so
comment.
much to work with.
Jerome also said Allen Iverson. Apparently, he was home.
He's
like,
just bankrupt.
broken,
No.
No.
hanging out in the mall like like a hobo.
Again, do you
But
feel
he went
bad
to
for that?
jail.
I don't really feel
It's-
bad
it
for
feels
that.
so
It's not the
bad.
question,
Paul
though.
Grace is almost partially due to
but
their
that was-
decisions.
but
But when
that
you
was
think about Allen
after.
Iverson, you're not going to think about him, getting food stamps, whatever he's doing now, whatever you said he's doing. All right, you're going to think about Allen Iverson, having a great NBA career.
Yo, I got a good one. RG3.
Scroll down a little.
RG3 didn't accomplish
what are you
enough.
talking
He's
about?
one of
I
those
love-
guys.
no,
He
He
didn't
did
even
not
fall from
accomplish
grace. He's
enough.
a bad
But it was
player.
like his first year. It was like, oh, look at
Oh,
this.
my God.
It's the next big guy. It's the next Mike Vick. He fell off hard.
But he just wasn't good. He didn't
Guys,
shoot
I
anybody.
got one.
Leave this
I
guy
mean,
alone.
he
had
didn't have a
cancer.
great
What's that?
professional career, but he was supposed to be great. His top draft pick, Ryan Leaf.
No, he
He's
didn't.
just a miserable.
He never came
he's
into
a fall
grace.
from
He was in
product.
jail too.
He never saw
But
grace.
he still spent his whole life being a football player.
Paul,
He was
scroll
a
down a little in the
player. He didn't
comments,
get the
scroll down.
professional level, but
What
then
ab-
what happens? He ends up in prison and ends
Yeah.
up a maniac. Now he's a motivational speaker.
You
So
have
this
to
is
reach
before-
a certain amount of stardom.
So
to
this
fall
is
from
before
grace.
our time. This is a
Okay.
little bit before our time. But what about? I don't know if he
Right
ever
there,
got
right
to
there.
an NBA. What about Len Bias?
Len Bias.
Len Bias
was
was
a tragedy.
taken. No, I know, but I'm saying, but Len. We're talking about tragedies too. Len
Yeah.
Bias was taken second overall in 1986 draft by the Celtics. He was unbelievable. He was one of the best players in college.
Yeah.
And that night he overdosed on cocaine and they found him dead. And he never
Shame.
played a game. Or they had a couple. That's a fall from grace. Unfortunately, he did take drugs that night, and he
it's
took too
tragic.
many, and it's a tragedy.
Yeah.
But I know he never got there. Kind of like what Paul's saying, relief or different circumstances. But he did never get there, and he never. That one is there too, I believe.
That's up there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think.
Of the impact.
I think
it
the whole
had.
point of the question was somebody who was just really
Big,
high, a big
yeah.
star,
Yeah.
not RG3, not Ryan Leaf,
OJ was just bad, like you said.
not guys
He was good.
not
though,
guys
at
who
one
were good
Ray
and then
Rice
just
wasn't
weren't good
enough.
players
We're talking
anymore.
about,
Yeah,
even though
you
it
got
was
it. That's
terrible
what I
what
was
he did.
like-
You have to
gotta reach a
transcend
certain
Oh, so if you
sport.
want to
I
ask that
think
question,
OJ.
who is the biggest athlete, the biggest star athlete to fall from grace?
No, but
That's
you
a
have
different
to,
question.
You have to
Take-
kind of transcend
And you
sports,
got to
though.
take all of it into account. The actual fall from grace, as well as the the level that they were falling
So both.
from.
I think if you say if someone's at, if you like have a ladder and someone's at the top of the ladder and then in the peak of their sport and pop culture and then had to fall to the rock bottom, like who. The larger the fall, you have to be high up. So like
Right, exactly.
So yeah, so
I
O.J.
think
Simpson was a god like at the time,
Yeah, OJ's up there,
and then he did
but
the
I think
worst thing. So he
you
fell
can
even
say-
below everybody. He went below the ground.
but I think you could say.
But he didn't do it.
He
I
went
think
in
you
the
could
ground.
say Lance Armstrong too, though, because he was at the top of his game and he was bringing
Advertising.
You're right.
cycling.
What about
into
Livestrong? Oh, that's what I can't
a
say.
spotlight.
See, but my thing about these guys that you
And
mentioned,
Livestrong, but also he's talking about Lance Armstrong transcending other things. The whole Livestrong bracelet,
Yeah,
battling back from
real
cancer.
piece of garbage, huh?
stuff.
And what
all
a
that
story
stuff,
it
dude.
was.
That was
And then
crazy.
it came out that he cheated.
That's what I mean. I think that's even crazier because then after that, that's it. That was it. After
So
that.
who do you say?
That was it.
Who do you say?
I would say
Falls from grace.
Lance. I think
Lance?
I like.
Who do you
I
say,
think
Mike?
That's the biggest.
I might just, we didn't talk about it enough, but it might be Tiger. I mean, I'm going to actually go with Tiger.
OJ.
He's been
Yeah,
falling
I'm gonna
already.
go
after
OJ.
this.
I'm gonna go OJ too.
Yeah, but
OJ.
it's
I
once
feel like
again,
Paul's about to chime in, so I want to hear
Yeah.
from Paul. What does he think?
Wait, who did you say,
Three-
Mike?
Is that
I'm
3-2?
going to go with
Did you
Tiger
score
because
that?
it's
No, is that
been,
a
it's
highlight?
not just this thing with Tiger. It's been just, he's been
There's that picture
spiraling,
again.
One last time.
spiraling downhill for 10 years from the complete top of the world to just now this picture is what we're looking at. This is where he's at now. You can almost see what he's
It's been
thinking.
a- it's
he's
been a
thinking,
slow and
what
steady decline.
happened to my life in this
No, it
picture?
wasn't, though.
I hate my life.
No, but it was.
No, that's just
It was
Percocet
Adam.
face.
No,
That's called Percocet face. Look at him. His eyes are half closed. He's about. If you ask him a question, so do you like the Cleveland Cavaliers? Fall asleep.
give the
He's
Percocet lean.
about to fall asleep.
Give the Percocet lean.
Give it right there. Look at him. Oh my
perk
God.
lean.
He's feeling nice right there. Whew.
Yeah, you know where he is.
Unbelievable. Well, thanks for joining, guys. This is OT. We went heavy into OT.
We
We're
did.
10,
I'm going
11
OJ
minutes
too.
in.
By
We had
the
a
way.
big show.
You going OJ?
I'm going OJ
Okay.
too.
So we got a couple of OJs. We got a couple of Lance Armstrongs.
No, we have one. Lance Armstrong.
Stop telling me that I'm picking Lance Armstrong. I
He
didn't
hasn't
pick
brought
him.
up
I
Armstrong
mentioned
once.
him. I didn't pick him.
All right.
Chris is just going to be like, Lance Armstrong.
I'm the only one that said Lance
Lance
Armstrong, I guess.
Armstrong.
But anyway, a great show today, guys. Thanks for joining. Tomorrow, Tuesday, 9 o'clock, same time, Bridgeside Live with Gideon's Army. Check it out. You'll love it. Good show tomorrow night. And then, obviously every week, every Monday night at 9, you got the Bridgeside Sports team. Join us. Share the love. View, share, subscribe. Go Bridgeside.com.
Go Bridgeside.com.
And we always appreciate having you guys. Have a great night.
Happy
Good
Memorial
night,
Day.
guys.